YouTube, it's Michael here, and in the next 6 videos I'll be showing you everything that is on the Yamaha EZ-30 keyboard. Now, I have bought the Yamaha EZ-30 really cheap back in late August 2014, so almost 6 years ago, and it was the very first keyboard I own that has like key lighting system. Although the keys don't light up themselves, but with the keyboard you have these guide lamps here, as you can probably see now. And it's very ideal for somebody who is a beginner and has started off playing keyboards. So yeah, the EZ-30 is a key lighting keyboard, very ideal for beginners. Now, I really like the look of this keyboard, so that's why I've bought it, even though I'm not a beginner myself. I remember years ago when I wanted to get one of them myself, but back then I wasn't able to afford it, and this was like back in 2002. But years later I managed to find one really cheap, so I finally got one nearly 6 years ago. Right, so with the videos of the Yamaha EZ-30, the first video, being this video, I'll be doing a tutorial of the Yamaha EZ-30, so you can get to know how to use the keyboard if you've got one or are thinking of getting one. And then after that, the next 3 videos, I'll be showing all 610 voices. And then after that, the last 2 videos, I'll be showing you the 106 accompaniment styles. Now, I won't be showing the demonstration songs on this keyboard because some of you may know that I've already done about 5 videos showing all demonstration songs of this keyboard about 5 years ago. So yes, I've done videos of the demo songs 5 years ago on this keyboard, so I don't need to show the demonstration songs now. Okay, so first of all, with this video, I'll be going through with you a tutorial of the Yamaha EZ-30 keyboard. Thank you very much for watching and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you on this tutorial of the Yamaha EZ-30, and that is the functions. First of all, I'm going to be going through the overall functions here. The overall functions on this button, we have light, ABC/do re mi, reverb, DSP, harmony and talking. And the overall functions on this button here, we have octave, transpose, tuning, a comp/song volume, metronome volume and MIDI. So first of all, I'm going to be showing the light function. Now, as some of you may know, whoever has an EZ-30 themselves, this is a key lighting keyboard. So whenever you play the keys, you get these guide lamps here. Which is very ideal for a beginner. Now with the light function, we can toggle whether we want to have the lights on or off. So the lights are currently on, so I'm going to turn that off. So now, whenever you play the keys, you won't get any guide lamps. And when you turn the lights on again, the keyboard will say this.
Follow the light.
Follow the lights.
Follow the light.
So now you get the guide lamps.
Follow the light. Follow the light. Follow the light.
So you can toggle the lights on and off. And now the next function is the ABC/do re mi. It is currently off, so I'm going to turn that on. And basically what that does is that when you go to lesson 2 or lesson 3 or both, I know it's definitely lesson 2, but whether it's lesson 3 or not, I don't know. I think it is lesson 2 and lesson 3. When the ABC/do re mi is turned on, the keyboard will sing the note that you need to play, that you need to press next when you're doing the lesson function. So I'm going to select a song
Now select the number.
and show an example.
Now select the number.
And I'm going to set the sound to ABC. And now we do the lesson.
Lesson 2.
Now the keyboard sings the notes that we need to play.
Lesson off.
So the keyboard is saying ABC with the notes. So for example, it was saying E, A flat, E, A flat, E, B, D, C, A, etc. And now we're going to select our sound as Do, Re, Mi and press lesson 2. Instead of saying ABC, it will say Do, Re, Mi.
Lesson 2. Lesson off.
So instead of ABC, it is now saying Do, Re, Mi. So that's the ABC / Do, Re, Mi function, in which works on lesson 2 and lesson 3, in which the keyboard will sing the notes that you need to press. So we're going to turn that back off. And now
Now select the number. Now select the number.
we're going to go through the reverb effects. Now the reverb effects doesn't affect the voices, because the DSP effects is the ones that is the effects that that affects the voices. Sorry. Okay, so with the reverb, this affects the styles, and I believe it also affects the songs. So here's the style. We are now on hall 1 of the reverb, hall 2, room 1, room 2, stage 1, stage 2, plate 1, plate 2, and off, which means that there's no reverb effect whatsoever. So those are the reverb effects, and now I'm going to go through the DSP effects. I'm going to select a different sound so that you can notice the difference in the DSP effects. So first of all, I'm just going to go to the DSP. The first 8 DSP effects is the same as the reverb, like hall 1, hall 2, room 1, room 2, etc. So here's hall 1, hall 2, room 1, room 2, stage 1, stage 2, plate 1, plate 2, the same ones as on the reverb, and then we have some other effects, like there's ER1. Just going to turn that up so you can recognise it. There's ER2, gate 1, gate 2, chorus 1, chorus 2, flanger 1, flanger 2, symphony, phaser, hopefully the video recorder will pick up those DSP effects. Rotary 1. Oh. rotary one. Even though the DSP effect rotary is more ideal for the organ sounds. Rotary 2. Tremolo. Tremolo 2. And then we have some tremolo 3. Auto pan. Auto wah. Hopefully you can hear that wah wah effect. Delay effects. There's delay. Echo. Cross delay. Karaoke. And now we have some distortion effects. There's distortion hard, distortion soft. Overdrive. EQ disco. EQ tel, I think that means telephone. And then the last one, 39, is off. No DSP effects. So that's all the DSP effects. And now we go to harmony. Now the harmony is automatically turned on when you select a harmony. A harmony preset. So there's no harmony button to turn on the harmony. You have to, at the moment it's currently off. And in order to,
Now select the number.
let's put that back to piano. In order to turn on the harmony, it's currently off, we have to select a harmony sound. So, a duet. Trio. That's an octave. And then we have some true effects. And then it gets faster. And then we have some tremolo. Not tremolo. Actually, I think it is tremolo. And we have some echo. And that's the harmony effects. And now the last overall function with this button is the talking. Now the talking is currently off. Now the keyboard, when you press buttons like this one here, the ABC/do re mi, on other keyboards that button is actually DJ, but this keyboard doesn't have the DJ functions. So with the talking is currently on. So when we select, say, a style, a voice or a song, it will say, now select a number.
Now select the number. Now select the number. Now select the number. Now select the number. Now select the number.
And when I press this button, it will say ABC.
Do, re, mi. Off.
Oh, it has
ABC.
ABC. And then press it again, it will say do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
and press it again.
Off.
Off. And when I press dictionary, it will say
Dictionary.
dictionary. So those are the talking and the lessons. Oh, let's turn on
Now
this.
select the number. Lesson 2. Lesson off.
So lesson 2, lesson off. And now we are going to turn off the talking. So when I press these buttons, it won't say anything at all. So it doesn't say A, B, C, Do, Re, Mi. Doesn't say dictionary. Doesn't tell me to select a number when I'm selecting voice, style or song. And when I go to the lesson, it doesn't say lesson 2, lesson 1, lesson off, etc. So those are the overall functions with this button. Okay, so here is the next overall functions here with this button. The first one is octave, but you can't like change the octave with this keyboard. The octave function is actually intended for the flash songs, because this keyboard has internal flash memory in which you can download MIDI files from the internet and then transfer them into the keyboard's built-in flash memory. It's basically like if the notes in a flash song are outside the EZ-30's key range, you can change their pitch in octave steps. But I don't have any flash songs on there, so I can't use the octave function. And then we have the transpose, in which you can transpose the keyboard. So that's the transpose. And then we have the tuning. And then we have the comp/song volume. So I'm going to select a style. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to turn talking off now that I've showed that function.
Talking.
There you go. It says talking.
Talking.
How cool is that? Okay, and then we select a style.
Now select the number.
And then we can go to a comp volume, which is also the song volume. So that's the comp/song volume. We just press these two simultaneously to get the default. And then we have the metronome volume. So that's all the functions. There's MIDI, but I haven't got anything. I think this is to do with like the if you're MIDIing up to another keyboard or any other MIDI interface. But I haven't got anything connected to this keyboard. So yeah, that's all the overall functions here. Now I'm going to show some other little functions. So first of all, there's the touch sensitivity button.
Touch response is on. Now select the number.
I'll do that. There we go. We turn on. There's a touch sensitivity, so you can touch it whether you want the touch sensitivity to be on and off. So at the moment, I've just turned it off, so there's no touch sensitivity. So no matter how soft or hard I play the keys, it will be fixed. And then I turn it on again, and the keyboard will say
Touch response is on.
touch response is on. So now we've got touch sensitivity. So off, on, etc.
Touch response is on. Touch response is on. Touch response is on.
Sometimes I like pressing these buttons so that you can actually hear the keyboard speak. Okay, so that's the touch sensitivity function, and then we have the portable grand. When we press this button,
Stereo sampled piano is on.
stereo sample piano is on,
Stereo sampled piano is on.
which takes you straight to the piano sound.
Now select the number.
And it also puts you onto a pianist style as well. And also
Now select the number.
any piano related song.
Now select the number.
So that's the portable grand button. And then we have the ABC/do re mi, which basically on this keyboard replaces the DJ, which this keyboard doesn't have. So we have ABC,
Do, re, mi. ABC.
ABC. So now the keyboard will say the notes C, D, E, F, G, etc.
C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B flat, A flat, F sharp, B flat, C sharp, B flat, A flat, F sharp, B flat, C sharp.
And then we press it again for the do re mi.
Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, la, fi, me, di. Do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, di, me, fi, le.
And we press it again to turn it off.
Off.
So that's the ABC/do re mi function. And now we have the metronome, as I showed earlier with the metronome volume. Let's just change
Now
this.
select the number.
Change the style. So it's in a full beat. And that's the other functions. And now one more function that I want to show you. And some of the buttons have it. Some of the buttons have these little icons here, which means you have to press and hold for a while, as it is shown on this little here. Press and hold for a while. So here it is. Press and hold for a while. Now basically, not every button has it, but some of them do. So for example, we have there's one for the touch sensitivity. So we hold that, and then we can change our sensitivity level. So at the moment, it's currently on medium. So we got 3 levels. We have soft, medium, and hard. With soft, you don't have to press it so hard. Medium is normal. And hard, you have to press the keys a lot harder to get the full velocity. So that's the press and hold sensitivity. And now with the metronome, we hold metronome and we can change the time signature. At the moment, it's on a full beat. But it goes up to from 0 to 15. So we go to 0, all you get is a ticking noise. And when we press it, when we have it to 1, it will continuously do that. 2 beat, 3 beat, as if it was a waltz beat, and then we have the full beat, which is normal. 5 beat, 6 beat, 7 beat, and so on. It goes up to 15 altogether, and we just press these 2 simultaneously to get the default time signature with the metronome. And now one more thing that I want to show with the functions. Here we have the comp. There's got a icon there as well. Select a style.
Now select the number.
And now what this does, you press and hold this button, and you'll have split point. So you can have the accompaniment. You can split the accompaniment however you want it, like down there or up there, etc. And there's the guide lamp indicating where it is, the split point. So we can have the split point up to, say, here. So the accompaniment starts here. Or we can have it all the way down here. So and we just press these 2 simultaneously to get the default split point.
Now select the number.
So that is the overall functions and some more functions and the press and hold functions. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you, and that is the dictionary button. Now, many keyboards of that era, at the time when the EZ-30 was released, had this button, the dictionary, like the PSR 280, the PSR 170, PSR 350, PSR GX76, all had the dictionary function. So what that does is that then you can practice your chords. So we press here, dictionary.
Dictionary.
And then we press these buttons to practice on our chords. So with this one, we need to press C major. And when we get it right, it will do this. But if we don't press the right note, it will do this when you press the correct note. And then up here we have the chord root, so maybe we want a D major or E major or F major. So those are the chord roots, so we just go back to C. And then we have these different chord types. So let's take C minor. C major 7th. C diminish, I think it's called diminish, something like that. Or this one. So basically it's intended for you to practice your chords with these chord types and the chord roots. So now we turn that off. So that is the dictionary function. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you is what happens when the keyboard is left idle. Now basically that if you don't touch any of the keys or any of the buttons, and then the keyboard will start doing the guide lamps with a demonstration song. Now I've already did a timer and it's basically 3 minutes. So if you don't touch the keyboard, like the buttons or the keys, for 3 minutes, the keyboard will automatically sort of silent play a demo song with the guide lamps. The song doesn't play, it's just the guide lamps. Now at the moment the keyboard has been left idle for about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so we got another 45 seconds before the keyboard does the guide lamps whenever the keyboard is left idle. So it will start talking and then it will play a demo song, but in silence. It will say, "Excuse me, wanna play?" And then the keyboard will do this. Well, we've got another 20 seconds. So I've got a timer on, so it should start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me, wanna play?
It does that when the keyboard hasn't been touched for 3 minutes. So now we've got the guide lamps here. It's playing a song. It'll be one of the demo songs of this keyboard. Now, as some of you know, I've already showed all the demo songs about 6 years ago. About 5 years ago, showing all the demo songs. So I don't need to show the demo songs of this keyboard now because I've done that already. And there's the guide lamps. It's playing a demo song. I think it might be the first song, the Mission Impossible theme. I could be wrong, but I don't know because it's not playing a song, it's just doing the guide lamps. Well, no, I recognise it now. I think it's playing Linus and Lucy. I think it's the Charlie Brown theme, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the theme to that.
Check this out. Follow the light.
And now it's saying, check this out, follow the lights. So there you go. So that's what happens when the keyboard is left idle for 3 minutes. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you, and that is the registration memory. altogether you can have, there's 8 banks of registration memories. Hopefully you can see the screen there. There's bank 1 to 8. And in each bank you can store up to 2 of your registration memories. So I will show that to you. So for this example, I'm going to fill up bank 1 and bank 2 of my own settings. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to select our sounds and styles that we want to choose to save on the registration memory. So
Now select the number.
So we're
Now
just gonna.
select the number.
Oh.
Now select the number.
So we're just gonna select. Let's do 8-beat pop, for instance, as a style, and we're going to have it variation B, and then we're going to.
Now select the number.
But we're going to select a different voice. So let's see. We will select. This time we're just going to select an overdrive guitar. So that, and turn your comp on. So once you're happy with your settings, we just hold down the memory button here. And at the same time, press registration memory button 1 or 2. So for this instance, we're going to hold down memory and press number 1. So now we got our settings saved on registration memory button number 1 and in bank 1. And now for bank 2, we are going to select a different style.
Now select the number.
Let's do something more modern. There we go. But this time I'm going to select variation A. We're also going to select a different sound. We're going to do another sound. Just going to find a sound. Yes, that one will do. And we're going to save that onto registration memory button number 2. So hold down memory, bank 2. So that's bank 1 stored with the registration memories. So we got here bank 1, which is and here's bank 2. Bank 1 and bank 2. And now we're going to do some more examples by adding another bank. So we've already stored registration memories in buttons 1 and 2 in bank 1. So now we're going to select bank 2. And I'm going to do some more examples on the stuff that you can save as your settings. So again, I'm just going to select a different style, different sound.
Now select the number.
Select that one, variation B. We're going to...
Now select the number.
Oh. Yeah, we're just going to have that sound, strings. But this time, I'm going to lower the tempo of the style. So once you're happy with the settings, hold down memory along with button number 1 or 2. And that's that saved in bank 2. And now I'm going to do one more example of the registration memory. This time, again, I'm going to select a different style and different voice.
Now select the number.
Let's do Bossa Nova, or Bossa, as it says on the screen. And we're going to select a different sound. But this time, I'm going to change some DSP types. So we're going to We can also change the reverb as well. And we're also going to change the DSP type of the sound. Just as an example. So this time I've changed the reverb and DSP. And I also changed the style and the voice. So once you're happy with your settings,
Now select the number.
we will hold down memory and press button 2 this time. So there you go. That's bank 1 and bank 2 filled with registration memories. So I'll go through them again. So here we have bank 1, button 1. Button number 2. And now we changed bank, and here's bank 2, button 1. And bank 2, button 2. With the reverb and DSP settings saved as well.
Now select the number.
So there you go. And that is the registration memory function and how to save your settings on registration memory as well. There are altogether 8 banks of registration memories. Each bank you can save up to 2 of your settings, giving you a total of 16 different registration memories to store and save up to 16 of your own settings. So that is the registration memory function. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you, and that is the song memory in which you can record your own songs. So first of all, I'm going to go to song.
Now select the number.
And on the screen we have user 54321. So you can record up to 5 of your own songs. So for this example, I'm going to record something on user 1 and user 2. The first one, I'm going to make a multi-track completely from scratch. And in the next example, I'm going to record a track using an onboard accompaniment style. So now we got user 1. So what we do now, we select a voice.
Now select the number. Now select the number.
For this example, I've chosen the drum kit sound. For the first track I'm going to record. And then we have 5 tracks here. So you can record up to 5 tracks. And the last one here is, it says A, because that's for the accompaniment style backing. So in order to record, we hold down record and either holding button 1 to 5. So I'm going to press button number 1. I'm also going to up the tempo, which is at the tempo I want. We also press metronome so we can keep in time. And now the keyboard is waiting for us to start playing. I know that wasn't a very good one, but it's just an example. So here's our first track. So that's our first track recorded. Now for number 2, we're going to select another voice.
Now select the number.
This time we're going to select a bass voice. So I'm just going to go through the keyboard and select a bass sound. Yeah, we'll select that sound. And then once you're ready, we'll hold down record.
Now select the number.
And I'm going to select track number 2. And now this time, now the keyboard is waiting for us to start playing. So once you're ready, start playing the keys. So now we got the bass. I'm going to do a couple more examples. This time I'm going to select another sound.
Now select the number.
I'm going to choose a guitar sound.
Now select the number.
And I'm going to record track 3. And now the keyboard waits for us to play the keys. So once you're ready, start playing. So that's there's 3 tracks done now. Okay, so now we're going to do one more track for this user song. So we're going to select our voice. Yeah, we'll choose that sound. Yeah. Okay then, we're going to...
Now select the number.
This time we're going to record track number 4. And now the keyboard waits for us to start playing. So once you're ready, start playing. So that's our track done. Even though that you can record up to 5 tracks, I've recorded 4 tracks. So here's the completed song. So there you go. That's the first example of recording a multi-track completely from scratch. Okay, so now for the next example, now that I've done user song 1, I'm going to select user song 2, but this time I'm going to record a song with an auto accompaniment style backing. So, we're just going to select a style.
Now select the number.
I think the first one will do just fine.
Now select the number.
And we'll also do that sound as well. So once you're happy with everything, this time I'm going to press record. And now it should automatically, you don't have to press accompaniment because I've already set the keyboard so that I'm playing a style back. And now once you're ready to start playing, the keyboard's all ready for you to play. So here's the example of recording along with an accompaniment style. the first track and the comp track recorded. We're going to do one more example in this, even though you can record up to 5 tracks still. But I'm going to do another track. So I'm going to select a sound.
Now select the number.
I think this time I'm going to see if I can find a sort of a saxophone sound. So yes, that one will do. And then once you're ready, we just hold down record, and for this example I'm going to select track 2. And now the keyboard waits for us to start playing. So that's the other track done. So here is our other song along with the complement style. So yeah, there you go. That's our 2 songs done. The first example was making a track completely from scratch, and this example using an accompaniment style back in. So that's our songs done. Now, what if you want to clear your songs to make room for a completely new song that you want to record? Well, here we have the press and hold icon that says clear. Now, if there's any tracks that you want to clear, we hold down the track and it says on the screen, yes, clear track number 1. We select yes. Are you sure? Yes. So now we cleared that track. Now our song doesn't have that DX piano. All it has is the saxophone. Because we deleted that track. And I think if you hold down accompaniment, that's it. If you hold down accompaniment track here, along with any of these tracks, anything. Oh, sorry. Then you should clear the whole song. So let's just go back to song number 1. And I think if you hold down, there we go, hold down a comp. Oh, I get it now. I think if you hold down a comp and the user, say user 1, so button 1, user 2, button 2, etc. Because I don't think it'll work like that. Nope. But if you hold down accompaniment and number 1, because it's track 1, then you can clear the entire song. So let's say we've done user 2. So we hold down a comp along with button number 2. Because if you do it with button number 1, oh, hang on, no, I was wrong. It says clear user 2. So yes, in order to clear the entire song, we hold down a comp and button number 1, and it says yes, clear user 1. We select yes. Are you sure? Yes. So now that entire song has been deleted. But user 2 still has the... But if you want to completely delete that song as well, we hold down a comp along with button A. Clear user 2, yes. Are you sure? Yes. And there you go. That's our songs deleted. So that is the song memory in which you can record up to 5 of your own songs, and also how to delete the songs as well if you want to record something new. So again, that is the song memory to record up to 5 of your own songs. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you, and that is the lesson feature. Now with the lessons, it's really good when you want to like practice songs and that, especially for beginners. And you can have lessons. There's 3 lessons altogether. You can also practice with your right hand and your left hand, and also both hands, which I will show you. So for this example, I'm going to choose this song. And first of all, we're going to do lesson 1. Yep, lesson 1.
Lesson 1.
Which is timing. So you've got to get perfect timing. It doesn't matter what notes you play. You can either play wrong notes or the right notes. It will still sound the same as if you were pressing the right notes. Because this lesson is to practice your timing. So here's an example.
Lesson 1. Excellent.
You also get a grade at the end of this lesson as well.
Lesson off.
Okay, so that's the first lesson example. As you can see, I was playing lots of wrong notes as well. But that's just an example, because also I played some right notes as well. Because that lesson was for timing. So you got to get your timing right. Now for lesson 2.
Lesson 2.
Is the waiting lesson, in which it waits for you to play the right note. It's waiting for us to play the right note, so you can press any other note, but they won't work unless you play the right note.
Lesson off.
And now we have lesson 3, which is
Lesson
minus
3.
1. So you have to play.
Lesson off.
So you have to play the notes, the correct notes, and in perfect time. So it's basically lesson 1 and lesson 2 combined. So here's an example.
Lesson 3. Excellent.
Well, it wasn't really excellent, but that's just an example of the lessons.
Lesson off.
Okay, so that's an example of the lesson with the right hand. And now, here is an example of the lessons with the left hand. Again, just like with the right hand, we can do lessons 1, 2 and 3. And this time we'll be doing it for the left hand. So we hold that down and we have the L parts shown on the screen. And we press lesson 1.
Lesson
Oh,
1.
there we go. That's it.
Very good.
So that's lesson 1 with the left hand. Now we move on to lesson 2, which waits for us to play the right notes.
Excellent.
So that's lesson 2 with the left hand.
Lesson off.
I'm also going to do something else. There's a grade function here that's saying like very good, excellent, etc. But we can also turn the grade off, so we don't get a grade at the end of our performance. So I'll show that to you on lesson 3.
Lesson 3.
So this time, this time I didn't get a rating of okay, good, very good or excellent because I've turned the grade off. So that's an example on turning the grade on and off. And that was lesson 3, which is just like the right hand lesson 3, which is basically lesson 1 and lesson 2 combined. You have to press the right notes and keep in time as well. So now one more example with the lessons. And this time we are going to do both hands. Now I'm not a pianist myself, so I apologise if I make any mistakes. So we press... that's it, press these two.
Lesson off.
1 second. That's it, we press these two for both fingers, and both hands rather.
Lesson 3.
As you can see, there's nothing plays because we're going to play on the
Lesson off.
both hands. So let's say we did say
Lesson 3. Lesson off.
yes, nothing plays because we are practicing both hands. So we do that.
Lesson 3.
Oh, sorry.
Lesson off.
Let's try that again.
Lesson 3.
So yeah, it's just an example you can practice with both hands. Although
Lesson off.
I'm not really a pianist myself, but I'm more of a person that plays auto accompaniment styles. But that's just a quick example of both hands, where you have to practice playing with both hands, both left and right hands. So there you go, and that is the lesson function in which you can practice lesson 1, 2 and 3 with your left hand, your right hand, or both hands. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you, and that is the melody voice change, in which you can change the melodies of the demonstration songs. So in order for that to work, you have to have the song play. You can't just select a voice
Now select the number.
whilst a song isn't
Now
playing.
select the number.
So we'll just select a song.
Now select the number.
We'll take this one for instance, and then we're going to change the voice melody. So we just press play our song, select a sound.
Now select the number.
Let's take a guitar for instance, and we hold down the voice button
Now select the number.
and the melody changes. Or maybe if we want something like or this sound for example.
Now select the number.
Okay, so that's the melody voice change. It'll work on any of the demonstration songs. So let's take another song. Let's find a song. Anyone will do. Let's do another song. So yeah, that's the melody voice change. I don't know whose birthday it is, because the song was Happy Birthday. So basically the keyboard's saying Happy Birthday to those that are watching this video and listening to that right now. Okay, so one more quick thing I want to show you. So that was the melody voice change. I think the melody voice change would be more feasible with the just the piano styles, because, for example, like there was loads of backing, so you couldn't really tell which, like, you know, if the voice has been changed because of melody voice change. So it's best being played with the piano styles only, like this one, for instance. So yeah, that's the melody voice change. Now, one more thing I want to show you quickly. I want to show you the tempo tap. So here we have the tempo tap here, where you can change the tempo, and also you can tap the tempo in time. So let's say you've got a rhythm like so, and the tempo will automatically change depending on the timing you press this button. So for example, or maybe if I do it a little bit faster. Or maybe this time I do it slower.
Now select the number.
So there you go. And that is the melody voice change and the tempo/tap. Okay, so there's just one more thing that I want to show you on this tutorial of the Yamaha EZ-30 keyboard. Well, it's not really a function because it doesn't exist on this keyboard. Now, on more modern keyboards, you have the dual and split voice function, so that you can play, for the dual voice, you can play, say, piano and strings at the same time, or you can split the keyboard so you have something different on the left hand, like bass, for example. Now, that doesn't exist on this keyboard. However, on voices 107 to 116 is the split category, in which you have one voice on the right hand and one voice on the left hand. So I'll show that to you. So we just go to
Now select the number.
107. There we go. We have acoustic bass and piano. We have finger bass and piano, finger bass and DX piano. So you have like different split voices. 107, hopefully you can see the screen, to 116. So even though there's no separate dual and split voice on this keyboard, so that any voice can be split and layered, at least on this keyboard you have a split category, voices 107 to 116. So, and also another thing, we can also change the split point of the bass as well. we hold that down and oh, it's,
Now select the number.
there we go, split point, and we're going to select 59. So it's like, so for that split voice we got
Now select the number.
piano on the right and bass on the left. So and then we have split voice, finger bass and piano. And finger bass and DX piano. And so on. And there's another example. Strings and piano. So there's only 10 voices in that category in which you can actually split the voices. Though you can't like choose your own voices to split because they're already presets on the keyboard. But not only that, you can do this, you can also do it when the compass turned on as well. Like that. So there you go. That's the split function, even though the keyboard itself doesn't have dual and split voice buttons like most modern keyboards do. Unfortunately, there's no dual function of, unfortunately there is no dual category of sounds in which you can have piano and strings at the same time, but at least it does have split categories on voices 107 to 116. Giving you a total of 10 different presets with split, even though the keyboard doesn't have its own dual and split function like most modern keyboards do. For example, the first keyboard I got that had the dual and split buttons was the Yamaha PSR-290 back in 2002, in which any of the voices can be layered or split. So that's just a quick pointer. Even though the keyboard doesn't have its own dual and split voice buttons, but it still has a split category, giving you 10 different split voices to choose from. So I'll go through them once more. There's the acoustic bass / piano, finger bass and piano, finger bass and DX piano, finger bass and vibes, finger bass and brass, analog bass and saw lead, and slap bass and clavy, guitar and flute, strings and piano, and finally vox and chorus. So again, that's just a quick pointer on how to get some voices that can be split. Okay, so this is now the end of this tutorial of the Yamaha EZ-30 keyboard. I do hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and that you have found it useful. So please do write back to me and tell me what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video, in which will be part 1 of the 610 voices.